And we are basically at the midway point of Modern Horizons 3. It's sad to see it go. Maybe I'll take another break from Magic. Who knows? Maybe the next set will be a banger, but still having a lot of fun in this set. But I'm still having a lot of fun in this set, and there is still a lot left to accomplish on the table. Would really like to finish in like the top 10 on 17 lands. So that could be pretty cool. Currently have an ongoing draft here. The draft looks pretty damn saucy. So we have a green-black Sauce Master deck. I technically have a Devourer of Destiny I could play, but I don't want to stretch my mana base too much. I think that, like, playing a double Eldrazi card is already sus, and I think this one's just better. So we'll have to see what we can do here. We will have to see what we can do indeed. How's everybody doing today? I've uploaded 2 videos today, so I'm rocking and rolling, baby. Alright, starting off on the play with the green-black soup. 3-lander with a path and an evolution witness. Sign me up, baby. Sign me up, son. Boys, I just had a draft where I had a Solitude in it, and I got completely crapped on by just bricking on lands. And it's sad. It was the first time I've ever actually seen an Elemental in MH3, even in a single pack, and I was excited to actually get to do the Elemental thing, because as many of you know, I love Elementals. Go get our Black Source here. Top deck a 2-drop because we're a G. Top deck a 2-drop because we're a G. You already know. Not a 2-drop. It is a colorless land, which could come in clutch. I mean, I'm not really looking to play the Condor immediately. I do have this if I draw an Eldrazi mana symbol, so I guess I just do this to go get a black here. I'm not going to use this right now. It's better just to use as a buyback tool. Evolution Witness with nothing in the bin is kind of sad, but I mean, he has a slow start, so it's fine. Marionette Apprentice, I take back everything I said. His deck's insane. Marionette Apprentice is one of the most broken cards in the format, and I still am yet to draft this card a single time. I would love to do the Marionette Apprentice thing, because this card is just absurdly busted, but I've never been offered to do it. This is a really weird format, because it feels like, honestly, even with some of the better decks, you can just afford to do nothing for the first 3 turns, and somehow you just still come back and win. Oh, hey, there's a Kozilek's Command. Alright, so I'll play this guy down. He's going to get ran over by some mediocre removal. I'll play the path, and then somehow the Kozilek's Command just pays for itself and gets back in the game. Okay, he's playing red-black. Red-black is a deck that I've only gotten to play one time because, number one, all of the good red cards are usually contested, which is typically the way you get into red-black, is you start with a really strong red deck and then get cut off of red in pack 2, and you're like, oh, black's open. I'll play red-black. The thing about black that's really hard to navigate is some of the cards overlap between, like, hey, this is a good card, hey, this is also an artifact, and it's only good if you end up with a base number of other artifacts. Alright, it's an easy take 2 there. You don't want to trade your Marionette, bro? Come on, that'd be a fair trade. I'm down for it. No, I'm not going to trade with your Transmogrant. Fuck you, buddy. I no accept, no trade. Refurbish Familiar, you bastard. You jiggy bastard, you. I mean, I could get rid of the Condor and then shout it back with this. Yeah, I'm not playing Condor right now. Malevolent Rumble, playing Path. Pass here, take a bunch more damage. Hope I don't die. Hope I live long enough to actually buy back my stuff, which is very unlikely. That's kind of how this format works. Basically, if you have a good deck, you pass for the first 3 turns. Hopefully the guy doesn't run you over, and then you can put some tokens on the field, and hopefully that's enough to stabilize. I might end up just banishing his Marionette here. I mean, I guess it could have been respectable to, like... Nah, I'm not. It's not respectable to trade with anything. Nothing on his field is, like, worth a dime. He's still at 3 mana, which is surprising. Quite a few good top decks in this deck. Our deck is, like, plentiful with removal. Oh, and by the way, I got a Dismember for the first time. Dismember with the good artwork is cool. I'll probably play that in Constructed. Wait, this guy's main decking a Disruptor Flute? Should I be able to call the judge on this guy?
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Like, Disruptor Flute is so ass, I almost feel bad. But it's like, I know this guy is somewhat good at the game because he has a Marionette. He just picked Path. Okay. So, I can't trigger the ability that costs 7. Wait, no, it's an activated ability. Yeah, it's an activated ability, so it doesn't matter. Wait, that guy's just retarded. Are you kidding me? So I'm floating 4, 6, 7, 8, technically. I'm just gonna think of it as 6. What is this? That's weird. You're doing weird things, dude. Okay, I mean, I currently have nothing. Maybe I add Condor, buy back Condor, and I just go double Condor control. Well, if I'm getting back a Condor, though, isn't this good because it finds us removal? That's probably respectable. I'm floating a single 1 mana. Hopefully this stalls me for a minute. I'm going to use the Grim Servant most likely to go find a Wither and Bloom probably. I just need to bring back my Condor. So currently I'm floating 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Additional mana if I'm willing to sacrifice things, which I'm not. Well, 9 mana with this. He's just going in for the 2 and the 1, 1. Okay. Well, let's do that. I really don't want to lose to this guy because he's playing terrible cards. Okay. He's going to put us at 9. I mean, technically I have 2 buybacks with my Witness because Wither and Bloom put the 1-1 on something. I'm not in the worst position. Vexing Bauble. Bro, that's a commander card. What are you doing? Can I call the judge on this guy for utilizing a commander card? And I'm just not allowed to draw lands. I'm glad I have this path because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to play the game here. I mean, I guess this guy has reach, which is respectable. I mean, I want to block some amount of damage in the air, I guess. I also just think that card's just unfair. You aren't catching me lacking, Hoss. I gotta get rid of that shit. That shit was broke. Okay. I feel slightly better about this. Hopefully he doesn't have an answer to my reach. Reach is so important in this format. Sure, there are ways to get around reach, but there's also, like, not, depending on what deck you're playing. Like, you could have a red deck without Sundering Eruption and just have no reach. That's why MDFCs are so important. In a lot of aggro decks, you need a way to push through a bunch of tokens, and that's where, like, Sundering Eruption and the blue-white MDFC just come in, like, really, really clutch, because they allow you to go for game on turns where you normally should not be able to. And you're not always going to have, like, a broken card like Scurry of Gremlins, which is really, like, the best go-wide payoff. If he, for some reason, answers my Repurposer, I guess I can use this ability, Buy Back to Condor. Buying back to Condor currently removes his familiar. Well, this only gives +1. Okay. Happy with that. End step, activate ability. Buy back the Condor. Can I have a land? I just won't draw a land for 10 turns. Don't mind me. Fuck me. Dismember could be good. This could be good. Hold up, hold up. I didn't want to do that. Okay, I mean, I have a Grave-Dig if I want to buy it back. Now I have protection on my Hydra, which is really good in this position. Oh, that's so gross. I mean, do I want to respond to that? Like, nah. He's not doing anything with the energy. He doesn't have anything dead, so it's like, it doesn't really have any effect on the game here. He doesn't even have enough mana to buy that back. This guy's deck does seem pretty good, though. Just the fact he's running a flute and a bobble is just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you on fentanyl or what? Bro, are you equipping your stupid ram or what are you doing? Alright, how are you blocking here, son? How are you blocking here? The reason I did this is because if he has that stupid card that gives it +3, +2 trample. He's just passing? I don't know why he wouldn't just revive with that. Okay, I get a 6 anyway. I'm legit here. I have 13 on board. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Could you start buying things back? Condor control. Condor control, baby. Game two, game two. It's fine. The Condor control is there. Put some respect on it. I mean, this seems pretty good. I have enough ways to create reach and interact with artifacts. I don't think it's necessary to put this in. This card is interesting. I mean, I kind of got lucky with my mana. I just think this card's uncastable unless I draw a path, and I have ways to find path, but I think it's just not realistic. Well, I feel really good about this. The fact the guy's playing a flute and a bobble just tells me he's kind of low skill. Alright, well, this hand has a 2, 3 into a path, so I'm down for this all day. Now that he knows I'm already playing green-black, there's no reason not to just fetch on my turn. Speeds up time. Okay, starting out with the Sarpedium. That was a power play, if I've ever seen one. I really would like a land, so I don't have to use my token to get out the path. But as soon as I get access to the path, we just get to play the game with, like, no mana constrictions. When you think about it, this card just reads, you play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the rest of the game. You play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's no limit on to the amount of cards you can put on the field. And, of course, he has the Marionette. Fuck this card. This card is the envy of my demise. I swear. Every person that beats us with black, they just have multiple of this. I don't know why you're getting the +1/+1, though. You pretty much just always want the token, but sure. Okay, that's a land. What was the purpose of that attack? I don't see the benefit in him making that attack. He just lost this guy for no reason. And also, I don't really think that guy's worth it. Like, even in the artifact deck, he's like a 1-of at most. Like, you don't want to play this card. The rate that you're paying is just so garbage. Especially since you're playing black, you should have access to the most efficient removal in the game. You're only playing this if you end up with something crazy, like 5 Refurbished Familiar, 3 Condor. Okay, well, he just spit his hand onto the field, and I already stalemated him turn 3, so that's hilarious. Alright, don't mind me. I'm just going to turn 4 path, and I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the rest of the game. Tap all 3 to play that. It just doesn't seem worth. Yeah, I'll just adapt in response. Do I want to save that? I have a way to buy it back. And now he just has no good attacks. Okay. Is it respectable to just gift the Viper? Nah. I think I'd rather just gift the Viper on my Evolution Witness. It's just more triggers. I don't see us as any threat of dying. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think I'd rather just do this. Yeah, I'll just hold these. I mean, I can play it slow here. There's basically no good attacks for him for the rest of the game. I don't see this guy really doing anything. I just remove his marionette and he cries. Big guy. Big guy do things, I guess. I'm at 12. I don't know what you're doing here, buddy. Destroy artifact. I mean, it doesn't even really matter what I do at this point. Ah, it's just wraps. Even if I didn't get in the 4 life there, like, what are you doing? Your deck is garbage, bro. Back to the line. Line them up. I knock them down, baby. Green-black is just creamy, you know? Just like me. Wow, turns out green-black is really good if you just draw your green cards and you draw Path of Annihilation and don't draw your black cards. It's, like, really strong. I will play first, and I'll just open my Path of Annihilation every game. Don't worry about me. I'll just hard open my path every game. Put out our green first so he knows we're the dominant player. Ooh. I'd really like to draw a land here so I don't have to use my Fel the Profane, because Fel the Profane's goated. Collective Resistance is kind of fire. Wow, this is vile. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, bro. Well, I have answers for days. I mean, I have so much removal. I think that was okay. I don't think it really matters. The life definitely doesn't matter, and he's already shown me 3 artifacts, so the likelihood of this actually just killing a creature is very high. Alright, what are we doing here, buddy? What are we doing here? Yo, what's up, Mordmoth? Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for stalling out. I really appreciate it. Oh, land. I like that. I didn't realize this gives us a colorless anyway. I wanted to make sure I got the colorless. I could have held this up so I have a colored source to be able to play these cards, but I don't think it really matters. Okay. Well, I guess I just kill your guy, and you cry. GG. GG, sir. I don't really have any additional artifact removal. I guess you could argue for putting in this because we saw a flyer. But our removal is so premium, I think it should be a straight downgrade. The removal we have just already answers every flyer. So it's like a strict downgrade. I don't think I've had a deck with this much removal in it thus far. We have like 8 pieces of like cards that just say auto kill. Like it doesn't even matter what they do, they just auto kill. Because a lot of the removal in this format just has stipulations. But like black is the color where most of the removal does not have stipulations. It's just good removal. Okay, so this is a 3-lander technically. I have a Malevolent Rumble on 2. That probably plays. Malevolent Rumble on 2 is probably enough anyway. 1 second. Okay, we draw a land. That's nice. Now, I don't have to play this Fel the Profane, which is legit. Red-white. Okay. Good card, no land. Good card, no land. Okay, I mean, I guess I could buy that back. I'd rather just take this. Play the Condor. Maybe the Larva was just better. I'm not sure. Maybe the Larva was specifically better because it is an artifact synergy. But he hasn't played a lot of X1s. Okay. That's a guy. That is a guy indeed. Oh, wait, no, why am I playing that? I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. A little bit of a weird turn, but I think we're Gucci. Like, we have removal for days. If we go into the long game, we auto win. And this guy is lifelink, which is crucial. Okay, he's going to get him for 3 damage. Sure. Or 2. 3 or 2. And then next turn, my Condor just contests in the air, so that's fine. Not paying the energy, respectable. I respect that line. Wouldn't pay the energy either. See, I'm not really a big fan of these all-out Jeskai decks. I played enough of them, and I've just noticed that realistically, you would prefer to play a 2-color energy deck 95% of the time. Literally, the only thing that's making me go 3 colors is if I'm white-blue splashing a red card like Ironworks that enables us to spend our energy, and even then I would prefer not to do that, or Satya Aetherflux. Satya Aetherflux is a powerhouse, but every time I've went for that, I ended up just getting cuckolded. Because while there is a lot of like mana fixing in this set, especially for the energy colors, it slows you down. And if you get slowed down by 1 turn against an Eldrazi deck, you're just gonna get beat in the late game because their stabilization is too high to where you can't push through. And so like unless you have like specifically a Scurry of Gremlins, you have basically no way to push through the stalemate and you just die. Especially if they have a Writhing Chrysalis, like you're just dead. You take a turn off to play a an energy generator or whatever it is, Solar Transformer, and then the guy plays Writhing Chrysalis and you just cry. That's literally just what happens every time. Okay, well, I have a lot of options here. 2 green, 2 black. If I play this, that searches for a 2-cost card. I mean, we have a lot of better 3-costed cards. So I think I'm down here to go to combat, obviously. We're going to go to combat. We're going to attack with this. If he wants to block it, I'll activate ability. He doesn't, so I get my lifelink. And then I can drop down the Condor. If this stays on the field, then I'm going to have a blocker in the air. And if it dies, I mean, I just still have other things to do, so I'm not really in danger. But if it lives, we have the Grim Servant, which could get us, like, a plethora of things. If I wanted an immediate answer, I go Grim Servant, go grab Dismember. Dismember with the 1 colorless, assuming we don't draw a mana. And then I just get a 3-2, and I'm dealing a -5/-5, which is huge. Oh, yeah, that's a Kappa Cannoneer. Fuck Kappa Cannoneer. That card's broken. Splashing that card is insane in a red-black deck. Unfortunately for him, he does not have a red-black deck. Ooh, that's a 6. We love a 6 this time of year. Love me a 6 this time of year. What's up, Paul? How are you doing today, my friend? Okay, I guess my most likely chance to kill this is via a combat trick, right? Do I want to just start combat tricking these things? Like, I'm not really too worried about that. I do just have this as well. If he wants to, like, try to block that. I could just do this. What if I do this? And now I have Menace. Now I just go to combat here. If for some reason he wants to attack it, I can untap with the gift if he wants to block it. And then if he decides to attack on his turn, I can do it again. Alright, perfect. Double Menace triggers. I'm crazy. Beep. Goodbye, Kappa Cannoneer. Sad Cap is in the chat. Sad Cap is in the chat.
I fucking knew it. Oh.
Man, this deck's spicy. Oh, yeah. I'm felling the profaning that all day. How dare you get rid of my Devotion 2? I was going to have a Devotion 3 line there, you dirty bastard. Okay, I have 5 mana now, which is nice. I mean, I think I could just kill that, but I'm at 27, so I'd rather just develop the board. With that being said, do I just keep my land in hand to retrace? I mean, I don't really need to retrace at this point. I might just want to just establish this and pass. Like, I could just replay that, but, like, why? Like, I have things to do with my mana. I have this. You know, I mean, getting that back would be okay. This is also like a land if I need it. But I'd prefer to just play it. I'm going to get to attack with this. Now, if I don't attack with that, I just use that. So I think I'm just down for this. Yeah, I don't really care. I think we're just rolling. Just gonna pass? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Can I discard this as a land card? I don't know. Well, I do have this, which is nice. Would I even want to do that? Okay, I can't. Yeah, double face card doesn't count like that. I mean, yeah, it's just Devotion 1, so it's not, like, great. Now I'm still floating the ability to give this Hexproof Indestructible. Perfect. Perfect. I guess I'm more interested in this. Now that I'm holding this up, there's no way for him to stop this, so I have a guaranteed retrace. Get back the Larva, because I have 5 lands now, so I don't have to use the token. Hold the token for the Kozilek. I mean, if I wanted to, I could get back, Nah, no, okay, it's just always Larva. I was thinking I had a way to produce an Eldrazi because I know we have Basking Brood Scale in this deck, but I realized we produced it off Malevolent Rumble. I don't know if anybody saw the Pro Tour, but it was actually crazy how many Malevolent Rumbles went around in that day one draft. It was literally like 5 Malevolent Rumbles went on the wheel. I think I have to do that. I mean, I don't have to, but it's just good. Oh, and I have a Dismember for safety measures. Awesome. Hello, sir. I could have attacked first, but I felt like there was a certain amount of risk associated with that. And I'll just hold my land. So even if he outs our 6 at this point, I have a Dismember and I have a Grim Servant. I'll give him a good Rats from the Bay. Rats from the Bay. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You really can't afford to go with the Jeskai energy deck unless you have an explicitly bomb-ass card. Because if you take a turn off your aggression in an energy deck and you go against someone with a green deck, you just die so hard in the late game. I mean, I kind of just want to do this because it'll be cool. Is there any difference between getting a 3 or a 4? I could get an Arcbound Condor. Nah, I'm just getting my Evolution Witness every time. Grim Servant. Grim Servant's so clutch. And I already have the Dismember. Oh, I can get that guy? That's broken. I forgot you can get that guy for 1. Yeah, that's hot. I mean, I'm just going to get an Evolution Witness for the value. And then I'll play that. And then I will go in here. Ooh, that's nice. Grim Servant is so good if you have good targets for it, especially if you have Marionette Apprentice, because Marionette Apprentice is probably Black's strongest uncommon, and just having additional copies of that, even if it's like at a delayed rate and a cost of 3 life, is well worth it, because the card's just so insane. Alright, good game, sir, good games. Well, this is a nice deck. Either it's a nice deck or we're just drawing hot. Both scenarios, I think, can be true at the same time, and in fact... yeah, I'm just an amazing pilot at just having, you know, an 8 pieces of removal deck. Yo, what's up, Super Spencer? Quick little overview of the deck for anyone who just tuned in. So, we're basically just playing green-black value. I mean, I just have like 8 pieces of removal. I have a Dismember, I have a 6. I have a Eldrazi Ravager, a Path, a Kozilek's Command. I actually have enough good mana sources to play this Nesting Ground, which is pretty good because we have a couple of things like Vampire, Evolution Witness, Brood Scale that all like manipulate counters. I also have another Hydra and I have this Devourer. I don't think that I really have enough sources to justify playing this because not only do you need 2 Eldrazi, you also need 7 mana, and that's why I decided to play this card, because I think they're of a similar power level, but it's more likely I'm going to be able to do this, because not only can I play this before 7, this is also a card that I can actually replace the tokens that I'm paying, so if I already have the Path, I'm not losing actual tokens. You're just Spencer? Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Sorry, it's hard to read the names when they pop up because it's like such small print, and I just feel like I like see better on the computer with my contacts. Alright, let's start off on the play here. 3-lander with an option to Malevolent Rumble turn 2. That's already 1 Eldrazi for the Ravager and a Wither and Bloom for protection. I like it. Starting off with Malevolent Rumble just makes you feel so good in this format because it means that like you're going to be able to play a hand that only has 2 lands. And in a deck like this where there are inherent payoffs to milling cards, it's like really, really nice. Okay, I mean, I already have 3 lands with the option to float the token. I don't necessarily have, like, Devotion yet, although this can just get me, our 1-mana combat trick being the Gift of the Viper, which is a somewhat relevant card. This is a pretty land-intensive hand. I don't know how much this is doing for me. I think I'll just get the second. I'll just get this. Because there are some things in our deck that just specifically require double swamp. Like, we have 2 Arcbound Condor. We also have a Breather last. Okay, Sneaky Snacker. That's not the best for us. Sneaky Snacker is really good against our deck because a lot of our removal is just kind of null void because they keep getting it back. I kind of just want to play this. Nah, I need to hold this up so I can play the Wither and Bloom. Right? Yeah, because I need to do something this turn. I can cycle if I need to. Assuming he doesn't play a real threat. Yep. The cycling on this card is what really makes it good. Every day I'm cycling. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't grab that 4-drop guy because that was the only card we're searching. Well, there's another black, which means I can hold this colorless source to play the Ravager. Is it respectable to sack the token here now that I have the mana for that? I mean, a 4/5 is way better than a 3/4. I don't think this is like a big risk regardless. Aether Spike, Hope Ender Quaddle. Okay. That's fine. I don't really feel bad about it. I have removal. Top deck, a mid-range creature. I Signature Slam. If I don't, I just Wither and Bloom. Yeah, I'm killing that. That card's busted in a simplified game state. It's not that good overall for the initial rate, but when it gets going, it's like really difficult to answer in the late game. Getting rid of a Depth Defiler. Okay. Well, that signals to me you don't have a second blue, which could lock down your hand partially. This is kind of good because it's a guaranteed kill with anything. So if I have 5 mana and I'm playing this and I'm playing that, that's respectable. Yeah, I'm cool with this. I feel weird having this card in the deck, but it is a card for our Devotion. It's also just a 3-drop, which stalls the board. More importantly than the actual ability itself, it stalls, and I think our deck is just better in a grind than most decks. I mean, if he lets me block that, I think I'm more happy than him. But I guess if it survives, I'm killing it with that. Oh, I can't block that? I didn't realize that. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. That's why he made that attack. I mean, this is a lot of damage. I guess I can Signature Slam the Sentry, and then I can do that. Okay, that's kind of good, right? That kills that. It provides hexproof, which is legit. If I play this for 3 and just kill his Scurry. This leaves me an option to have my Hexproof and my Viper. Since it's sacking, I guess I don't get to keep that, which really sucks, right? Well, shit, that sucks. Dude, why do you have a Flare of Malice? That card's terrible. Why?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Sorry, I beat you game 2. I beat you game 2 here every time, bro. I beat you game 2 every time here. Rip. I was playing a deck late last night that kind of pissed me off. They basically made me switch hands, and all they had in their hand was either land or that card in their hand, and I couldn't switch back. What card was it, bro? I've never heard of that. And also, like, what format were you playing? Were you playing Timeless or Historic? His deck seems really fast. This card seems valuable. I don't know how much I really care about adding the flying aspect in. Yeah, I don't think I care about that much. This card does allow us to stall, but at the same time, this card is more versatile. Let's try it. It was Alchemy? Oh, okay. I haven't played a lot of Alchemy, but I've heard Alchemy is, like, good if you want to beat up on people who don't know the game. Also, there's a couple Alchemy cards that I think are really cool. What is your favorite Alchemy card? Personally, for me, my favorite Alchemy card has to be the guy who lets you, he shuffles all of the power 9 into your deck. That guy is goated. I don't know what that guy's called, but he's goated. Oh, there's also another card that I really like. It's a 1-mana white interruption, and it says, when your opponent, if you exile a non-land permanent your opponent controls, and they summon a random creature from their deck with a lower cost. So if you kill their Ragavan, then they just get nothing, and that's really good. Because, like, if you play Swords to Plowshares, it only targets creatures, and they get life. Oh yeah, it's called Fragment Reality. That's what it is. Fragment Reality is goated. Alright, I'm gonna be on the play here. No, don't do this to me, son. Don't do this to me. Alright, the hoodie's coming off. I gotta sweat here. I gotta get the pro hat. Alright, this hat says I'm locked in and I can't lose. I have to mull this. If it was a blind match, I wouldn't mull. But just knowing how fast the guy's deck is, I'm forced to. Okay, well, I already have 2 black sources. And Evolution Witness plus the Nesting Grounds is a decent play. So assuming that I draw like a real card sometime in the near future, I'm probably going to be able to play this here. Dude, his name is Lucky. Of course his name is Lucky. Fuck you, Lucky. Alright, well, there is a colorless source for my Kozilix. Oh, I should have played my black. Nah, it's okay. Okay. Probably should have played the black there. I got carried away, but the reality is I'm never breathing his 2-1. That card's just not good enough. Oh, also there's another really cool card in Alchemy. It's a Jund card. And at the end of your turn, you discard a card and seek either a higher or lower costed card, which I think is a really cool concept. Well, I have 4 lands to be able to utilize this if need be. The Brood Scale is probably okay. I can probably just take 5 damage here. And I don't lose any life from that. I have no way to interact. Yeah, I'm going to play this because maybe he'll try to kill it. If he tries to kill it, I can transfer, I mean, I can just bring it back. Dude, Sneaky Snacker is always busted when it's used against me. But for me, I've never been in a situation to take Sneaky Snacker because that either means you have to start off blue or black. And usually when I start off black, I end up being pooled into just a better color. Like, Sneaky Snacker is legitimately the only reason you ever want to go into blue. Like, if you're black, the only reason you're going into blue is because you have multiple Sneaky Snackers just given to you at the end of the pack. It's literally just the Sneaky Snacker.deck. I feel like this card from the artwork alone literally should just be from a Wilds of Eldraine. Well, I'm just going to put that back. I don't need that. Give me a real card. Okay. Not a real card, but that's okay. Why would I get rid of my black here? Real card, real card. Okay. Real card this time. Slide to the left. No real cards in Grasp. I will get this. Well, that really hurts. I mean, I guess I'm just never blocking, so I can just attack here. Well, what if I don't attack, and then I activate ability to adapt here? If I activate ability to adapt, I'm trading. Then I can go Kozilek's Command, which gives us the additional token. And I can use that to kill his Snacker because it exiles. That seems respectable. Imagine he actually draws 3 here. Fetid Gargantua. You daddy bastard, you. Well, I am forced to kill that Fetid Gargantua and just take 2 here. That card's just too good in this situation. Yeah, because I need to exile that. Well, I guess I just respond to his adapt. Assuming he attempts to adapt here, I will just be profiting. Wow, he's not adapting. He's fucking crazy. Okay. He doesn't have an answer to it. Trust. He never has an answer to it. Bro, why? Why do you have a fucking answer here, man? He's obviously got an utter insignificance. I already know it. No, he doesn't. Well, that's freaking scary. Well, you can't hope Interquaddle. Okay, simplified game state. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Okay. He doesn't have it like me. I'm built different, baby. I rock out with the lifelink sun. He doesn't have it like me. That's kind of nice. That was gross. That was really gross. Ten health in a simplified game state. Let's work. That's nice. That's good to me. I have a lot of top decks here. Wormcoil Larva, Wormcoil Lava off the top. Wormcoil Larva off the top. Drowner of Truth off the top. Drowner of Truth would be crazy. He has an Ulamog the Defiler? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, what? And he just gets rid of all of my gas cards? Bro, what the fuck? I better hit a removal here. A fucking land? Are you kidding me? Dude, what the fuck? Why are you playing Ulamog the Defiler in a deck that doesn't even have a single green source? This guy doesn't even have a single card that allows him to ramp. How the fuck does this make any sense? Bro, I'm sorry, but that is really tilting. Your favorite is Tajik, Legion's Valor. I've never heard of that. I'll have to check it out. Wow. It's specifically because the guy literally is playing a card that should not be in his deck. It's like, bro, what the fuck? What removal can I have? Dismember doesn't do it. I don't have Fell the Profane. He got rid of... Did he get rid of all of my removal? I don't have a Breathe Your Last. I don't have... Sorry, my camera's in the way. Yeah, he got rid of all the removal I had. That's fucking bullshit. Bro, I've never seen a person play an Ulamog the Defiler in a non-green deck. That just does not make sense. Like, that actually just negatively affected his deck, but because we got into, like, the once-in-a-blue-moon stalemate, he actually just got rewarded. That is so punishing. It's okay, though. That's just how it be, though. It's happened to the best of us. Okay, we're all Monsoon Mage. The Storm is coming together. I'd really like to make a Storm deck, because a while ago I made my best friend like a Storm deck. And I'd like to see what, like, Ruby and Raw, like, add to that deck. Especially on Rena. I also want to make an Enchantment Aura deck using Nadu. Enchantment Aura using Nadu seems really good. Like, you use that guy who reduces the cost of enchantments and of auras by 1. That, and then you could play, like, a package of, like, Court of Calling as, like, a utility package. Seems like Nadu would be pretty good in that deck. The only bad issue is that you don't get to use Luris, which was, like, a strong component of that deck. But either way, you definitely run Springheart Nantuko, which is just a busted card in any deck that uses enchantments. I'm still in disbelief. What do they have to add mana in red other than black? I mean, they have Glimpse the Impossible. Glimpse the Impossible is the only thing that allows the opponent to cheat out Eldrazi spawns in order to potentially get out his Ulamog, but he didn't have that. We saw his entire deck through the match, and he did not have a Glimpse the Impossible. So the fact that guy was just playing a 10-costed card in a non, like, ramp-esque deck is actually just so greedy. Especially because if he goes against any person with an actual Eldrazi deck, they're going to end the game before he even gets to that. That was just crazy. And I mean, I guess the other thing is, he didn't show us that he had a single copy of Victimize, which is the one way he could reanimate it. He didn't have access to that card either. He actually just played it because, fuck it, it's an Eldrazi bomb. Yeah, that's just so tilting. And especially because we didn't even get to see it until the final game. I felt like our deck was really good. We had a Dismember, we had a 6. We literally had 8 cards that just said, kill your guy. Which is so freaking, like, hard to do in this format. But that's okay. I mean, I got 2 wins, so I felt like the deck was guaranteed 2 wins. 3 wins if I didn't go against someone who went, like, double Writhing Chrysalis back to back. because that's kind of like what this format is to some extent. I call it the Writhing Chrysalis sweepstake. And I was watching another guy who was saying, like, he was breaking down this Jund archetype and, like, how to get into it. And he was saying, like, yeah, you want to have a Writhing Chrysalis. I'm like, dude, if you have Writhing Chrysalis, you just do whatever you can do with that card. Like, in the Win-A-Box event, I literally went 6-0 with a red-white deck that splashed 2 Writhing Chrysalis just because I could, and it had no synergy in my deck. If I get Writhing Chrysalis 2x, I'm not going Jund. Jund is ass. That is a stupid game plan. I'm just playing whatever the best cards I have, and then adding in Writhing Chrysalis. And this guy was also claiming, like, yeah, it doesn't happen very frequently where your opponent has 2 Writhing Chrysalis. Bro, I played a draft yesterday where all 3 matches, my 2 out of 3 of the games, well, no, not every game went to, the first 2 matches I lost. Game 1, the opponent went turn 3 Writhing Chrysalis, turn 4 Writhing Chrysalis. They did the same thing game 2. Match number 2, the exact same thing happened to me. And then in the third match, the guy had double Writhing Chrysalis again, but I was actually able to beat him. And it wasn't like back to back, but the first 2 matches it was, and that just goes to show. All right, welcome back to another... All right, 1 second. Gotta get this ready for the YouTube. All right, welcome back to another Modern Horizons 3 draft on the table. And this pack is hot, man. God damn it, my dog. All right, welcome back to another Modern Horizons 3 draft on the channel. This pack is incredibly hot, man. We have a Discharge, which is probably the safest thing here. There's also a Party Thrasher, which I've just been kind of like down on from this point onward. There's also an Area Auxiliary, a Stump Stomp. There are a lot of good cards in this pack to where I wouldn't be surprised if we get either this, or the Skoa to wheel here. Yeah, this pack is just insane. I think the Party Thrasher will probably wheel. Okay, pack number 2. Okay. Wow, this pack is almost as equally insane. I'd be surprised to see that the card they took out of this pack was actually correct. I think this is just an easy Path of Annihilation Slam. I think this card just allows you to play a completely different game in any green deck, because typically the Eldrazi decks, you're probably only playing 1 card per turn, and once you play this card, it just says, I'm going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! From this point onward, and you're playing Magic the Gathering, because I have no mana restrictions. Horrific Assault is a really strong card too, but I think this is just the better card. Wow, these packs have been hot. Really, really hot, boys. All right, it's our time to get Writhing Chrysalis, trust. It is our time to get the Writhing Chrysalis, baby. Okay, pick number 3. There is an Evolution Witness if I want to stay green. There's also a Territory Cooler, which I'm really high on this card. There's also a Wayscape Battle Mage. I think these cards are kind of close. Also the Unstable Amulet, which goes with our Discharge. I think it probably goes Cooler, Battle Mage, Amulet, then Witness, but I could be persuaded that I'm supposed to take the Amulet here just because red is more versatile than green, like slightly. I mean, you could argue for this too. You could also argue for this. I think I'm just down for this. This card's just too powerful, and it goes well with the Annihilation. Okay, well, I'm glad I am in green currently because there is an Aberration. There's also an Assault, and that's a really close pick. I think it's just a Horrific Assault here. I think it's slightly better than this. It's also just a more versatile card, but it does feel bad leaving that in the pack. Okay, this pack is also gas. Well, I'm really glad that I didn't take the Amulet, but at the same time, I think if we would have taken the Amulet, we would still be in a good position because there's also a Goblin here. It's this Resistance versus this Witness. I think the Witnesses have a higher chance to wheel, and I think having at least one form of artifact slash enchantment removal is almost a must in this format. Because really the bombs in this format are the enchantments most of the time, sometimes the artifacts, but for the most part, it's the enchantments, stuff like the path. If you don't have an immediate answer to it, you just die in some matchups. Okay, there's a Sneaky Snacker. I'm definitely clocking that. There's also an It that heralds the end and a Nyxborn Hydra. Personally, I just have more success with this card than the Herald, but I do think that this has a higher chance to actually like wheel and that we might see another one of those. So I'm just going to go with the Herald because this card is crucial to being able to like go red-green aggro, which I think if you can get into that space, you're very happy. Well, there's nothing here I'm too excited about, and I'm basically locked in green from this point onward. So it feels really bad that I'm not in a position to take these goblins. Brain Surge is okay. It's basically just very dependent on how many fetches you end up with. I think Grace is also respectable. I'm probably just going to take the Grace and invest in the fact that there is a possibility we end up being cut off red. Okay, well, I could take the Dog Umbra and just get off of red. We really haven't seen that much good red since pick 2. There's also just a Dread Mask, which is just safe. These seem to be a dime a dozen, though. I think I'm going to just take the Dog Umbra and assume that I might be kicked off red here. Okay, well, there is a Warp Tusker, which goes well with our path. Decently well with the Cooler, so I'm probably just down for that. Essence Reliquary is really good. I don't currently have the best targets for it, but it could come into fruition. I'm just not very excited about playing this card. I haven't had a good experience with it yet. So hot, I got to make out with this pack facts. And I'm just going to hedge on the fact that I'm going to cook here. Skoa versus Unfathomable Truce. Unfathomable Troops is good because it leaves you behind a spawn. And I am looking to do spawn things, although I have good experiences with this card. I might just have to move into the green-white space, so. Probably just Eviscerators here. Right? I mean, our deck is really, like, high curve, so I don't think I'm playing Unicorn. Bro, pick 13 Goblin. Don't do this to me. Don't make me feel like what would have happened if I went red-white here. Oh my gosh, I'm moving into black. There's a Crabomination. It's done. I'm moving into black. Fuck it. It's over. I am moving into black. GG's, boys. It's over. I've literally never gotten to play with Crabomination, and we're going to get to do that today. Let's go. Dude, fuck. This pack is so gas. There's so many cards I want to take out of it, but I haven't been able to play this card yet, so I'm probably down for it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily go with what I have so far, but, I mean, it's just such a strong card, ultimately. And I already have the path. I think it's a mistake to not try to play into that. Okay, well, there is a Breath Your Last, but then I'm putting a lot of weight on this crab, which is fair. I think it's reasonable for me just to take the Rumble here. That way, if I don't get to go black, I still end up with some decent stuff. And although these do go late sometimes, I just value this card really highly. Okay, well, there's a Writhing Chrysalis pick 3. Maybe red is going to flow and I'm not playing crab. I mean, I'm definitely playing Writhing Chrysalis. The card's just too powerful. Wow, this is really tough. We have this, and that. There's also just a Teamer landscape. I think it's a bit too early to take a landscape. I know I'm green for sure, so I'm probably just taking this. I mean, I'd like to play in the red-green space, if I can. I don't know if I'm allowed to play in the red-green space, but okay. Regardless of what I'm doing, maybe I'm just black-green splashing this Chrysalis. That is a possibility. I splash Chrysalis all the time. Like, if I get the card, I'm going to play the card, like 90% of the time. Red-black landscape. There's also just this Pinnacle Monk. I have a decent amount of instant sorceries to buy back, and this isn't the one I'm most interested in, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of value this decently highly. Pick 6 Stump Stomper. Okay, sign me up for that. Maybe we're just playing red-green aggro after all. It feels bad to leave this on the table, but I mean, it's just kind of flowing now. I mean, it's also just a Naya land. Kind of low on creatures, but this card's really good. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to play this all-out aggro game. When in doubt, go with the uncommon. As many people who are better than me have said, commons no longer matter with the addition of play boosters. It's all about the uncommons and rares. Except for Writhing Chrysalis. That's a Jund land. Sign me up. Depending on how the mana works out, I could still play this card. It's just a vile card. I mean, I'm never playing this. I'm sometimes playing that. I'm always playing this, even though it's not the best. This card does work really well if you end up with 2. And I'm limiting myself from getting 2. But I'm also just cutting myself off by picking this from having the option to splash red instead of maining red. Bro, why am I seeing pick 10 Conduit Goblins? Who the fuck is doing this to me? That's so sad. I guess I'm most likely to play that. Well, damn, I might just be Teamer. I mean, I can just play this without a merge, I guess. Alright, really weird start, and I have no lands, which sucks because I'm low on playables. Okay, well, that's Writhing Chrysalis number 2. Maybe I'm just not playing black. And then I'm clocking Rumble, Glimpse, Altasar, Riddle Keeper, and I'm never taking the land out of this pack. This pack is really high value. I think there's a very high chance that we get back Rumble, Glimpse, Altasar, or Riddle Keeper, especially because Riddle Keeper has wheeled once before. But I'm not leaving 2 Writhing Chrysalis on the table. We're definitely playing red. Okay, well, there's another Wumpus. I mean, this card is just good to splash in general. Like, I'm decently satisfied doing that. Where are we at playables? Kind of low. I mean, I'm taking this every time. I need to do some lands here. I have 1 Jund land, which is like, okay. Abomination probably just doesn't go in our deck. We don't have the mana to pay for it. I do have 2 MDFCs for red, though, which is fine. I could splash red. Wow, that's kind of good depending on what we end up with here, but I think it's too risk. I mean, I have no 3s. This is true. I have no 3s. I think I just need to take this because, like, more than anything, what I found out is you want to take the premium removal cards, but at the end of the day, if your deck just has better creatures than the other player, you can often just go undefeated with a deck that has, like, 2-0 removal. Wow. Bridgework Battle versus Repurposer versus Herald. That is tough, man. That is tough. I mean, I guess I'm just always down for the Repurposer here. It feels bad to leave this on the table, though. I mean, it's just what our deck's trying to do. Second red-green land, second Riddle Keeper. I mean, if I want to get a Riddle Keeper, it very likely comes back here. This is a pack where I think it's fair to just waste a pick on the land. Okay. Third Jund land. I mean, I do want lands to be able to play my cards, but this is just like a low playable deck. And I don't know that I want to play any of these cards, to be honest. Okay. I only have 11 creatures. I think I just have to take this. All right, the wheel has to treat us really good here. Yes. Okay, we got back this glimpse. That's nice. Bro, I literally have picked up the opportunity to have 3 Conduit Goblin on the wheel, and I didn't ask for them. Okay, we get the Skoa back, which is just huge for this deck. Well, this is the deck. It started off a little bit rough, but I'm just banking on the fact that our Chrysalis will just carry here. It's unfortunate I was never in a position to be able to play this Crabomination. Bro, what? Can I, like, remove this? Am I just bugged? Is my client just frozen? Okay, I guess I just have to restart the client. Technical difficulties. Thank you, Dancing Yeti, for the follow. Appreciate it. Well, what do we think about this deck, chat? I feel like it's a 2 wins for sure. 3 wins if we just happen to curve into our double Chrysalis. I think 3 wins is possible. What's kind of crazy is we didn't get past that card that gives someone just the one that destroys a flyer, but you can discard it for 2/1/1 counters. That card frequently goes to pick 14, and I'm surprised that we didn't get offered it. I also might be down to mess with some Throne of Eldraine later in the week. What is this event? Oh, it's just a pre-con event. Dude, why are the events always just garbage? Okay, every card is just going to start off my deck. Thank you. Okay, it's pretty even. Is there any card I want to play? Realistically, no. So this gives me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green sources, and this gives me 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red sources. That seems okay. Only 13 creatures though, which is kind of a bummer. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the diverge or emerge from this guy, but I think it's okay. The card's good enough on its own. Alright, so we ended up with a pretty decent, mostly Eldrazi red-green deck, and we have the ability to play 15 lands with 4 MDFCs, so that's pretty nice. I mean, this deck is really just going to be banking on the aspect of drawing into double Writhing Chrysalis and Wumpus Aberration, but I mean, Path of Annihilation does allow us to do some pretty nutty things, and our removal is decent with the Horrific Assault, the Discharge, the Stump Stomp, and the Ghostfire Slice. So overall, a pretty decent deck. Unfortunately, we have to play this Thriving Skyclaw, but it is what it is. We're just kind of low on creatures here. We'll have to see what happens, but let's go ahead and hop into these games and see if Writhing Chrysalis can pull out another W for the home team. Alright, let me go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, let's work, baby. It's time to work our Writhing Chrysalis magic on Modern Horizons 3. Let's go. We love a good Writhing Chrysalis this time of year. Shout out to the sponsor of this video, Writhing Chrysalis. When you need to get your deck writhing, you can always count on a Chrysalis. Alright, let's start off on the play and let's draw a Writhing Chrysalis. This is not a Writhing Chrysalis, but we do have a turn 3 play and interaction and a thing to do here. I think this is respectable. I want to keep the Stump Stomp, so I think I'm just always playing this. I don't think our deck has the most insane 2-drops. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, we have a Writhing Chrysalis. We're rolling, boys. Put some respect on the Chrysalis, son. Should I just craft this in shiny, just so whenever our opponent sees it, he knows that we're Chad? Oh, I'm sorry. You had to start out with the budget Writhing Chrysalis deck. My bad, buddy. Please give us a land here. Please give us a land. I want to save my Stump Stomp so bad. I could have played the Stump Stomp last turn so I could curve out to Writhing Chrysalis, but we're just good like that. We're just good like that, son. Talk about it. I'm just good like that. Put some respect on your boy, the Rising Chrysalis OG, son. Never punish. You want a double block there? He's a skittering boy. Bro, I got so rewarded by hitting the land there because now I have 2 forms of interaction, which is really, really hot. Currently 2 sources away from Riddle Keepering. Okay, that's good. I don't know that it's really worth it to do any of that. Could just tap this out to put another body on the board. That's pretty respectable. I mean, if I'm doing this, this is tough. I mean, he seems really far behind. I think I just want to pressure him. Pressure him, figure it out later. I mean, this way, regardless of whatever he does, we're going to have some big threat on the board to use both of our fight spells, which I think is fine. Kill the Chrysalis? Oh no, he's gonna Unfathomable Troops. Okay. Yeah, he's just really far behind. The more and more I play, the more I realize this card really only fits into niche decks. I think it's a way better card in Sealed, because in Sealed, you really want to play Teamer, like if you have the option to, because just cheating out big guys before the other person can do anything just automatically wins you the match. But in Draft, when the decks are more streamlined, specifically the aggro decks, this card is just less valuable because it has no attack. There's so many cards that have menace or evasive maneuvers that just really devalue this card and make it a really slow start. Because even if you have it in the best shell, let's say you're in Teamer and you want to put out a Writhing Chrysalis turn 3, well, the reality is you had to draw all 3 of your mana sources, so that means that the card is highly dependent on you just having an insane mana base, and if your mana base is insane, you can probably just wait. I mean, that's just my perspective. It's crazy that we could have had a deck with 4 to 5 Conduit Goblins if I would have just went red-white. So it's really lucky that I got pushed into Writhing Chrysalis control. Because when you end up with an Eldrazi deck that doesn't have Writhing Chrysalis, it feels so bad, not because the entire strategy is contingent on it, but because if you go against another Eldrazi person, typically the person who wins the Eldrazi mirror is just the person with the higher card quality deck. There's not a lot of micro decisions in it, and most of the time that's the person who had Writhing Chrysalis. Oh my gosh, why? Okay, this is risky, but it's a double Chrysalis hand. I'm on the draw here. I think it's fair to do this. I literally have like 10 sources of red, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 red sources. The likelihood of me hitting a red source is very, very high. And also, even if I hit a green source, I'm still down to just play Repurposer. I also just think that the risk to reward ratio is really high here, because if we do hit a red, it's almost an auto win. And if we don't hit a red, well, it's only game 2. Okay, that's not a red. I need a mana here. Our chances of hitting a land are so high, bro. I literally am playing 19 lands. Wow. He's actually cheating out of Chrysalis. I need to hit a land here. Okay, we hit a land. We're rolling. To the bank with you, baby. Is it respectable to just do this and delay? It feels bad doing this and just not getting a land from it. Regardless of what I do, I'm getting to play one Writhing Chrysalis next turn. And I'm more likely not just going to play both. So I'm going to do this. Like, he's almost out of resources. I think I can just sit here. I think the Glimpse is, like, really important to get a land from if you have the time to wait. And our hand is just so good that I think it's fair. The additional lands will come up so much here. If he wants to trade in his Dryad, I'll block it. Sure. Get in for your 2. Is he pumping and dumping? Is this guy investing in crypto? Is he pumping and dumping? For real, for real? He's not. Okay. He doesn't invest in crypto. Wow, that sucks for you, bro. That was a terrible card for you to put on the field. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. Maybe I can just wait here and just do the Glimpse thing. I want to get back up on lands, and as soon as I play a Chrysalis, I stall the board. Oh, that feels so sad. That feels so sad. Why, Path? Why are you hiding? I mean, this gives us life back. I can remove this regardless. I think the life there was important enough to do that. I'm never blocking with this, so I think I'm just in. Right? If he wants to trade in his Dryad, I'm happy. I attacked after I was tapped out so that he knows that I'm vulnerable. I'm trading a Path of Annihilation for 1 Scion. That hurts so bad. Wow, that hurts so bad. But I mean, I have 2 Writhing Chrysalis, so I might be okay here. Brain Surging, okay. Brain Surge, no fetch. That's kind of a ballsy play, sir. Honestly, it's so difficult to end up in a solid red-green deck that if you can accomplish that, you feel very good. Because most of the time, you pick the Writhing Chrysalis and then you're kind of into it because the card's so strong. But then there's not enough playables for you to just be 2 color. So then you end up having to go 3 color. So anytime you actually get a deck that has enough playables in the red-green space, you feel very strong. I mean, I gained the 3 life, so I'm mitigating this Writhing Chrysalis. Okay. He can technically tap his Dryad, but there's no... I guess I can pay 2 if he has a Hopeender Quaddle. If he has an Aether Revolt, or an Aether, what's the Aether Spike? I mean, I have so many playables. It's just respectable just to do this. This leaves us the option to not sack a token, and I have 2 pieces of interaction in hand already, plus a combat trick. I think that's just respectable to do. Yeah, I think that was respectable. I'm now going to have 2 Writhing Chrysalis with a total of 6 tokens, which seems jitted. 2 Writhing Chrysalis, 6 tokens. Alright, don't have a second Writhing Chrysalis. I need to beat you here, buddy. I just need this more. I'm the better player. Territory Cooler. I'm killing that. That's a kill on sight. That's dead. Don't even look at it. No, stop. That's just dead. Stop. Sir, stop. You don't have any fetches. You're Gucci. You stay where you're at. Sir, calm down. You're getting a little too bit out of hand here, sir. He's putting the Path on the bottom? Dude, are you dumb? Path is so broken. I don't even care what you have. I'm getting the Path. Okay. Sure. Well, now I have 1 Writhing Chrysalis. Okay. That's nice. I might be down just to take a turn off here and go Skoa, kill that with 2 removal. Maybe it's just better to establish this. never blocking. Let's be real here. Let's just be real. You're never blocking. Maybe I was supposed to SCO on his Chrysalis. Okay. Seven plus 6, that's 13. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can play 3 out of these 4 cards. Okay. Well, this is scary. No land for you. You don't get a land in a free card. Why are you doing that in main phase 2? What if you want to attack? It's kind of stupid. Well, now I just think I win. I just attack with both until he dies. Okay, that's great. Yes, all the food. All the food. Okay, we're gonna use some lanes out of the way. It is what it is. So I'm pushing through for 2, and then that puts him at 15. Unfortunately, my path is gone, so I can't cycle. One of the reasons why I don't agree with what he did and got rid of his path is because even if you draw land, it is one of the few ways where you can actually afford to cycle lands in this format, which is really difficult to do. Oh, that's just bonkers. Okay. I mean, how much gas do we have? Do we want to get back on Malevolent Rumble? That probably gets us to a big creature, which is probably the best case scenario for us. I guess you could make an argument for Glimpse, or you could make an argument for Siege Smash. Alright, we got to what we wanted. And now I kept the land so I can still get a creature. It would be very difficult for him to come back from this. I still have my Riddle Keeper, my Tusker, my Colossal Dread Mask, Wumpus Aberration, Thriving Skyclaw, Precursor. So I've got still some gas in the tank here. Perfect. And I can go fetch this to use the effect. Reveal. Sorry, buddy. I'm just good at the game like that. Yes, sir, Ski Brother. Well played, son. Well played, son. Papa Chrysalis is in the chat. Yes, sir, Ski, I had fun. Oh, yeah, baby. You already know, we like to have fun here, guys. We like to have fun here. Some people don't like to have fun, and that's why they don't play Writhing Chrysalis. To those people, I say, play more Writhing Chrysalis and join the dark side. If you want to win, put Writhing Chrysalis in, like they always say. This is the Writhing Chrysalis show. I'm just the host, Mr. Beats by Ash 1000 Bangs. I'm thinking about making like a complete guide of just like a discussion video on how to perform well in this format. I don't know how many people will be interested in that, but it's something that I really like. So I was thinking about doing it because I really like doing discussion videos and just talking like straight facts, you know, just helping people. So if anyone would be interested in that, let me know. I love to get a good cigar ranting video out. All right, well, this is a really weird hand. I do have a Chrysalis I can play. Other than that, it's very slow. And I'm not going to be able to play that. It's a weird hand, but I think it's justifiable just based on the power of Chrysalis. Because even if they have an aggro start, we still Chrysalis here, guaranteed. I think it's better on the draw than the play. Okay. Do I just stump stomp? Nah. Or do I do this? Let's just do that. I have another fight spell. If I draw a 2-drop, I can still play that. And if I draw it the Heralds at the end, I can still play that. Oh, I want to kill that bad. I want to kill that. Is it respectable to just turn 2 kill that? I think it is. He is netting 3 energy from the exchange when I'm slowing him down. And since he's playing red-green, it means he could put out a Chrysalis before me, which I don't like. Okay, that's great. That was a great top deck. You'll have to see it. Well, this hand just became 10x better. I don't know how many people understand how having an Eldrazi token before your Chrysalis entering play is. Because number one, if they have that guy, the Opender Quaddle that makes you pay 1, you can pay to negate it with your Eldrazi. Number 2, there's a couple of things in the format where by adding the additional potential HP, they just can't interact with it. And once you get to 6, anything above that is just kind of negligible. So he's playing 4 colors, and he has access to them? That's fucking crazy. Well, I know what I'm doing. Chrysalis control. Maybe I should have attacked first, but I don't think it really mattered. Wow, it's so scary playing in someone who has all 4 of their lands, like, different colors. I haven't played a 4-color deck yet in this format, which is pretty crazy. Okay, well, I have a Skyclaw. I also have a Precursor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can Real Keeper here, right? He has no way to negate. And this makes me think this play is very much worth it. Because if I tap down, what is his primary colors? White, green, black. I kind of want to tap down his black. I kind of want to tap down his black, red. There's no way he's maining white as a color. I'm going to do this. It's high risk, but high reward. It's a lot of tapping going on. Tap, tap, taparoo. If he responded on the stack to our Chrysalis, I'd be cooked. Alright, well, he doesn't have a black and a red currently. That's okay. This is 13, he's at 9. Okay, that's just game. Wow, this is my first time playing this card without a blue source, and it was worth it. Turns out 2 Chrysalis is a blue source in its own. That's kind of funny. He does have artifacts, which makes me think this is okay. But it was 1 artifact. I don't know if that really gives that much information. I really didn't see anything about his deck because I just like cuckolded him so fast. Thanks, Mord. Appreciate it, bro. Whoa, 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 whoa. This hand is sus. This hand is sus. I'm not keeping this. I didn't ask for this. Okay, oh, fuck. No. I didn't ask for this either, bro. I'm going down to 5? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, if I get to a green, it's insane, though. Is that worth the risk? On the draw with 11 green sources? I mean, I am just a risky boy. Going down to 5 just seems really scary. It's just the potential reward of being able to play the Chrysalis. Oh my gosh, this hand just became insane. Holy shit, this hand's insane. I'm just good like that. Just get good, guys. Get good, guys. Just draw your green source for a turn and get good. Into a Wumpus Aberration, that's vile. Holy shit, why is this such an insane hand? Take the 4th land here, maybe? Yeah, this feels crazy. 6? Oh, I need to enter that. I wish I had a removal. Unfortunately, all I have is a Chrysalis. To be honest, I really just want to play the Repurposer here so I enter with more spawns. But I think specifically in this situation, I can't allow him to attack with his 6, so I'm forced to just do this. This is the guy who's least likely to be answered here and can potentially cause him to not attack with 6. Oh, he has a Writhing Chrysalis? Okay. Good news, bro. I also have a Writhing Chrysalis. We're both kind of cool. I mean, if he blocks with that, though, he can just get it back. But if I kill the 6, he can't. I think I just attack with this. I think it's worth. Sweet. That was nice. I have a Territory Cooler, which could break the stalemate here. Meteoric Axe. Dude, what the heck? I've never seen anyone play that. Are you kidding me? Bro literally just dropped a Meteoric Axe. Into a Solar Transformer? Okay. That was really scary, because he could have gotten something insane. That was actually crazy. Wait, you don't get to equip immediately? This card's ass. Why do you not get to equip immediately? Are you kidding me? I mean, maybe I attack with both here. If I attack with both and he doesn't block, he's just dead. There's no way he does not block. He has to block. Let's be real. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. Oh, wait, do I just blow this guy out? Okay. Yeah, I just blow this guy out here. He loses both of his guys. Wow, that's so sad for him. And then I just slam the Territory Cooler. I don't know why he double blocked there, but okay. I mean, you're just dead, bro. Let's be real. I don't even know what you were cooking with this deck, but we're not going to get to see it. Hey, what the hell does this do? Draw X and lose X, whereas X is half the number of artifacts. Bro, wait, well, why do you have that in your deck? It just literally makes no sense. Alright, well, I'm going to use this ability to get something broken here. And then I'm going to do this. It's going to pump my Chrysalis above your guy for fun. And then I'm going to do this because I can. Because the Writhing Chrysalis told me to, son. And I'm going to get some energy because I'm a better energy player here. Rats from the bay. Well, that's all she wrote. Double Writhing Chrysalis against a person who decided to play Meteoric Axe. Is Meteoric Mace a card that literally should have just been in Lost Caverns? I feel like it should have just been in Lost Caverns, and instead of Cascade, it just has Discover. It's like so unnecessary that the card costs 4 to equip. You should get to equip on activation. Like, dude, you're paying 6. Paying 6 in Magic is like a death sentence. Alright, I'll be right back. I might have to go. I gotta check. Someone just got to my house. All right, I'm back. My family member actually wants to go eat with me right now, so looks like I'm gonna have to end the stream here, but make sure to stay tuned because I have been uploading pretty much all 5 weekdays draft videos or just deck videos for Magic, and you know, kind of waiting on the new expansion for Hearthstone to release to make some more videos there, and as well like with One Piece Set 7 whenever the shortage actually stops happening, so I can actually get access to the cards. But I've been trying to upload videos every single weekday, so make sure to check back on the YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one out tomorrow, but I will try my best. I just want to make sure I'm caught up on the videos before I stream because I have like a lot of drafts I want to upload, and YouTube is my main priority. But thank you so much for everybody who stopped by. If I have some time after I get back from eating, I might be back on. But if not, I will see you guys tomorrow most likely. But thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, if it's not the goo, it's got to go. Peace. Also, draft Writhing Chrysalis. Writhing Chrysalis, good card. Writhing Chrysalis. 1 Writhing Chrysalis equals 1 like on this video. 1 like on this video increases your chances to draft a Writhing Chrysalis tenfold.